rage and the hate, and going back to the brain waves again. The law does not know the difference between right and wrong or good or evil when you enforce the law. When you're dealing with the subconscious mind, it doesn't care if it's good, bad, right, or wrong. It doesn't know what good, bad, right, or wrong is. It only knows what you program into it. The subtle bodies only know what you program into them. The cells, the blood, the liver, the kidney, the vagina will keep bringing you dysfunctional relationships with men to use you, leave you with babies, say one thing to you to begin with, change it, leave you hanging, don't want you, dog you out, and abuse you, because you are ma'at. You are the feminine principle of the law, and now you have become the biggest violator of the law. Because this is the program. This is what you said. And being a woman in vagina power, even if you're in vagina pain, the law is going to respond to the female. So if you sit there and say you hate yourself, all men ain't no good, all of them give you AIDS, all of them leave you with babies, all of them tell lies, all of them on the DL, all of them in jail, all of them stuff this, your mind and your subtle bodies and your cells are going to say, okay, let's see how I can go out because I'm God. Because energetically, I'm the law, and whatever I say is the law. And I'm going to enforce it to my utmost ability. That is what they see as right. Even if you're wrong and you're delusional, and you're telling yourself something that's only rational and true because you said it, but it's really not. But if that's your reality because you're a female, and because all of this stuff functions from your female reproductive organs and the energy and the cosmos dealing with, nothing is functioning in the body without a number and sacred geometry. Your body does not function on the English language. It doesn't compute like that. It doesn't function on linear time. Your organs have their own clock and an energy field that cannot be measured by linear time. It does not exist. It's an illusion. So when you are saying these things and you are doing the program, it moves on energy. It moves on waves, and the thought forms in the energy. And it goes out into the universe based on the wave you're on. If you're on an alpha, delta, beta, theta wave, this is how it's going to move, and then it's going to lock it in and manifest it as a flesh experience because you are female. Because your womb says so. You really have the control. The men don't have the control. Your mother, nothing outside of you has the control. Unless you give it power and you say so, you give it emotion. When you give something emotion and you feel it in your pussy and you feel it in your heart and you feel it in your blood and your blood starts to pump, your heart starts to race, that drive starts to move in, and then you enforce the will, then nothing and nobody will go against you because you're God. But they tell you have no power. It is the man. You get your husband, you get your boyfriend, you get him to do right by you, and if he does, something's wrong with you. You're out of order. You're out of balance. And we have to turn that around. Now, I am not saying step on no man. That's not what I'm saying. Don't control no man. I don't want you to have no man henpecked and weak. I don't like weak men. You let your man be the head of your household. You know, like I know, when I'm talking to a real man, there's certain things I don't say, there's a certain tone I don't use. I don't talk to him nasty and slip out like a mouth. Because if he's a real man, I'm going to submit. I'm going to submit everything, pussy and everything. I'm going to submit it to him. Give it to him. Everybody ain't qualified, certified, and able for that. But you know, when you're a real woman and you've been through a lot of shit, and you come into yourself, you know a real man when you see one. You know when you can trust and submit over your legs. Because first you done open your spirit, and your spirit is bearing witness to his spirit. And you ain't gonna jump in the bed right. I'm like them old people, I want to be cold. I don't want a court, I want a cold. I don't want to mean to fuck right off. Don't ask me what color my panties is, do I have any drawers on? I don't want nobody. I don't want to hang out, I don't want no drink. I don't want to snort no powder, snort no milk. I don't want to do all that bullshit. Get away from me with all that. When you come in your God self, because when a man is coming to his God self, he don't even want to talk about all that. It's not going to even be an issue. What is inside this woman? Who is this? What spirit is bearing witness here? Because all men don't like freaks. They like a freak in the bed, sure, and a lady outside, but they want a woman with honor and integrity and substance. We think that they don't, because we see all the women that are getting the attention and getting the men and the rappers and stuff that like the women that have everything out the beginning and everything within the first 5 minutes. Well, what I'm telling you is there's a shift of energy because the women are shifting. Well, oh, I didn't know you was there. I loved your presentation. You know, you should have asked me. I won't give you some extra time on my time. But you could talk for a little bit longer. So I enjoyed your presentation. Looking forward to hearing more from you. But the women now are knowing. They have that inner knowing. It's the resurrection of the goddess and the god. And the men are too. I've been meeting some really smart, wise men that have been having the same conversation with me that I'm having with you. They're like, I don't want this, I don't want that. Like I said, I don't want that diet. I want this cleaned up. I know how women supposed to smell. I know how pussy supposed to smell. I know how ass supposed to smell. I know how mouth supposed to smell. It's men that even say, if she smells a certain way, I don't want to close to me. If I can smell her ass while I'm talking to her, they can say that she been with a lot of men, she gonna have a lot of cum up in her. So you gotta get one of them who just pull body deep out. That's why I take him so much. I said, next man I get involved with, he gonna have to meet the Hootie. He gonna get that chop dog about the Hootie. He gonna get his birthday, everything. To make sure that he get approved and certified before I lay down with him. It's a lot of men are feeling that way. I like to hear that conversation. What is it? Something else that I wanted to say about this. Yeah. One of my friends was telling me